You know what makes me sad about being in debt is the fact that I make enough money to just go buy whatever I want sometimes, but I can't because I'm paying off debt.
We are literally financing our entire lives, whether it's our coffee, our burrito, our holidays, furniture, car, you name it. It might be on finance. And then we wonder why, when we look at our bank accounts, we feel anxious. As of early 2026, Australia has some of the highest personal debt levels in the world, with household debt hitting a record 3.33 trillion in June 2025. As of April 2026, the total US national debt has surpassed 38.9 trillion, fueled by daily borrowing of approximately 7 billion. As you can see, we are in quite of a pickle. No matter what country you look at, it's evident. Welcome back to Diary of Jen. Thank you so much for being here. If you do enjoy the content, don't forget to leave a like and comment. And if you want to join the fam, don't forget to subscribe. We'd love to have you here.
You know what makes me sad about being in debt is the fact that I make enough money to just go buy whatever I want sometimes, but I can't because I'm paying off debt and I have no money because it's all going towards credit card debt and loan debt. And it's very frustrating for me because it just makes me sad because I give myself a very strict $250 to buy groceries and whatever else that I want / need. And sometimes that's literally just not enough. Like $250 every 2 weeks is just, it's quite simply just not enough, especially in this economy, this joke ass economy. I literally can't buy anything. And so it makes me sad because I could literally drop $500 every paycheck on something so easy, but I can't. But I have, I physically make the money to be able to do that, but I don't have the money to do it, if that makes sense, you know? And so it just makes me sad because I'm like, I work so hard and I make a decent amount of money and it doesn't show because past me spent so much of that damn money. So now current me is paying off what I spent past me. So I have to just, I have to reframe and think about it that way of like, okay, well, you did buy all your shit. You did buy all that stuff. You spent all that money. Now you're just paying for it now, I need to be more responsible. I'm getting there. I am much more responsible now, but it's still a work in progress.
I actually love that she shared that because I feel like a lot of people can relate to that. And the thing is, unfortunately, these companies that loan you this money, whether it's through credit card, buy now, pay laters, etc., they want you to be in debt. They don't want you to have financial security because then they don't make money. And that's where it gets a little bit murky because she's so right. We work hard for our money. And it's so frustrating when we feel like we are limited and we can't buy the things that we do want. And we are just putting the money towards paying off debt. And it sucks. It does. It's not fun. And I really like the reference, past me spent so much money and now future me has to deal with it, because it's so true. You can put your head in the sand and act as though it's not there. But hello, it's still there and it's accumulating. And I feel like it's such a trap. People just think, okay, well, if I just keep living my life and enjoying it, yes, I've got debt, yes, it'll keep accumulating, and I'll just figure it out later. I just feel like that is, I don't know. I personally would want to pay that off ASAP, and I would not want to muck around because debt can really snowball. And I really respect this individual for doing what they're doing because it does take accountability and it does take a lot of effort to limit yourself and focus on paying off this debt.
I'm drowning in credit card debt and I don't know what to do. If you're seeing this video, you probably are also drowning in credit card debt, and I wish I knew how to help you, but I don't, because I don't even know what to do for me. So here's the story. I'm 30. I'm a stay-at-home mom of 2, and I have something called cystic fibrosis. And back in November of last year, I left my career, and I had been a working person ever since I could get a permit because my health was deteriorating, and my husband and I decided it was more important that I stay home with the kids and stop trying to work at the same time and consider my health first, because obviously, if you know what CF is, it already shortens my life expectancy, and my kids deserve for me to be here as long as possible. So we did that, and everything was okay because my husband worked really hard and he figured out a way to bridge the gap between the two incomes, and it was good until it wasn't. And then we started putting stuff on credit cards, and we couldn't pay those credit cards off like we were used to. And then a couple months ago, we regrouped, we figured some stuff out, and we found some extra money. We did some extra things to make some extra money, and we started putting that towards the debt. But then our escrow went up. It was severely deficient, so our mortgage payment went up by $400 a month. and took all of that extra money that we had found. And now I don't have the opportunity to go work. I don't have the opportunity, because of my health, to do anything else other than just take care of my kids and myself right now. And come next year, my husband's gonna try to do more stuff on the side from his actual career to make money, but I am monetized on this app, so this can be a job for me, and I can try to make money off of views on here. So if you relate to me, you can just watch these videos. I get qualified views, and then I'll make a couple cents, and I can make micropayments onto my credit card with that money to help out my husband, because he's already working really hard. And I think that's it.
Firstly, just want to say that's really sad news. Cystic fibrosis is something that's really challenging. You can totally understand wanting to put your health first and quit work to focus on yourself and your kids. I definitely think that's great. And I think it is hard because I feel like in this economy, you can't rely on one income unless you're making quite a bit of money. That does cover everything you need. And it's unfortunate. It sucks. It's shit. And so when I see and hear stories like this, I do feel bad, and part of me is like, oh my gosh, I wish there was more support, because that would be hard.
Today is one of those days. I am a lot in debt, and I don't make enough money for me to be in this much debt.
And that is just a harsh truth. Some people just like to ignore it until they can't, and then one day they go, oh my gosh, and feel so overwhelmed with the amount that they owe. And that was a lot of money, 70k plus of debt for one, I'm assuming, one person for herself. That is a lot. And I would feel very overwhelmed with that as well. To pay that off would be, I don't even know what that would look like and how long, and it would definitely depend on how much you make as to how quickly you could pay that off. I just think that is scary. And I wonder how much of that is consumer debt, or if that was broken up, what that debt was due to or for.
This is really embarrassing, and I'm kind of exposing myself here, but I'm going to be sharing with you all the things that I wasted money on as I was actively growing my $13,000 of credit card debt. I am not in that spot anymore. I've cut my debt down to a little bit below $5,000. I'm also saving up at least $10,000 to bring my mom on an African safari when she retires. So I've really gotten a good handle on my finances, and I've gotten a lot more intentional and frugal. Starting off strong, the first thing is I used to spend $100 every week on a house cleaner for my tiny little apartment for just my cat and I. And she wasn't even that good. And then when I tried to cancel, she wouldn't give me my keys back. But that's besides the point. I spent $400 a month for somebody to clean my apartment. I literally took this money out of my savings account every week to Venmo her. I'm not gonna lie though, the feeling of coming home every Thursday to a spotless house was, it was incredible. Number 2, I used to shop at Whole Foods. I don't know what made me think that Whole Food shopping was in my budget. I was so incredibly delusional. I had no good reason for it. I just wanted to shop there. And my grocery bill would come out to like $300 each time, and that was just right on the credit card. I used to get my nails done every 2 weeks, which cost $100. I used to get these long, beautiful UV gel nails. I miss them so much. I love having my nails done, but that was an unnecessary expense. I used to get Botox in my face, and I forget how many units I would get. I think either 100 or 1,000. I got a lot. Not gonna lie, I do miss having it, but I mean, it's just not in my budget. This one I stopped doing at some point, but I was doing this for a while. I used to get lip filler. Lip filler is so expensive. Lip filler alone was $850. All of those injectables, right on my credit card. Remember one day I walked out of the injectable place and I just spent $1,700 on injectable. Right on my credit card. That was the price of my rent. I paid for a $3,000 West Elm couch. Also, the couch is ginormous and takes up my entire living room, which is microscopically small. And I actually don't love it. But because I spent over $3,000 on it, it's not going anywhere. I booked a trip to Asia for a month. While on the height of my credit card debt, I just decided to go travel the world. And when I came back from that trip, I was hyperventilating over how much debt I was in. And that was kind of the tipping point that made me start this whole journey. I used to order out food all the time. And when I'm talking about ordering out food, I'm not talking a little bit here and there. I was ordering seafood boils weekly. Seafood boils. Talking like anywhere from $60 to $80 seafood boils right on the credit card. I bought my dad concert tickets for not one, but 2 concerts for $1,000 each. And never been to a concert in his life. I don't know why I thought he needed to go to 2, but it was a nice bonding experience for the both of us. But that was $2,000 of debt right there. So obviously I had a problem. I had a big problem with spending money that I didn't have. As I was making this list though, I was like, man, I was living good. I was living real good, but I was living in debt and I was stressed out beyond belief. I wasn't even able to enjoy any of those luxuries because I would feel guilty after each and every one.
2 words. Holy crap. She just kept saying more and more things. And every time I swear it was, and I put it on the credit card, and I put it on the credit card, and I'm thinking, holy crap. Literally so much. Taking money out of savings to pay for a cleaner. I don't know. I feel like you could do some of the cleaning yourself. That's a lot of money. And then groceries, $300. Like what? Getting nails done every 2 weeks. I understand wanting nice nails. I do. But when I feel like over the last few years, nails have become so expensive, right? And I just can't justify it at all, paying that much. And to be honest, I feel like when I have nails, I can't do stuff. I can't open things. It's so much harder to do a lot of stuff. And I'd rather just not deal with the hassle of that, to be honest. Going overseas for a month when you're in so much debt is insane. And then the concert tickets are $2,000. It just kept going. She just kept saying more and more stuff that she was buying, and I just can't even believe it. Seafood boils? Are you joking? So much money for seafood. Crazy. And then lip filler and Botox. So much money as well. Like, all of these things were just crazy. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. If you did want to join the fam, don't forget to subscribe. We'd love to have you here. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like and a comment. Let me know what you think. Have an amazing rest of your day. I will see you next time. Bye.